Welcome back to Make Me a Fan. I'm the Jag.
I'm Pete.
And we're talking about Bar 53. We work hard, we play hard, and today is what you've all been waiting for. Today is the main event of the evening. It turned out to be an 8-man tag, Pete. What do you think happened?
Love it. It's the whole enchilada.
It's the whole enchilada. I like that. You know where enchiladas come from?
Where?
Mexico.
Oh, okay.
And you know, Mexico was well represented in the ring during this match. Now, I don't know, and I don't pretend to know everybody's ethnicity or country of origin or whatever, but you know what? I do know one thing. There's a young man who's very proud of his Mexican heritage. There's a young man that I believe is prolific and gifted. His name is Adrian. He also goes by Young Fuego, and he was in this match. And he had a couple of partners, Encyclopedia.
He sure did.
I know two of them pretty well because they're Santino Brothers trainers. They're SoCal legends, in my opinion. I'm talking about Phoenix Star and Zokre, Los Luchas.
You know that they were the NWA tag team champions.
I heard that. And you know what? I plan to ask him about that when we did our interview, which is still coming up. So hopefully soon we'll sit down with those two prolific and gifted gentlemen. But you know what? On their side of the ring, there was one more person.
Yes, there was.
Dare I say one more legend. Dare I say one more person who is also prolific and gifted. This side of the ring was just oozing with talent.
For sure. You've got a Southern California legend B-boy.
You damn right.
Runs Level Up, runs Ground Zero,
Yep.
runs San Diego.
And you know what?
Nicest guy in the world, too.
And he's got a right hand that will put in your face. He will slap the taste out your mouth. He'll pick you up, slam you down. I don't know. He'd do everything.
He's been fighting his whole life, so it's not any different in the ring or in the street.
Absolutely. And you don't want to mess with this man. I mean, he is the nicest guy in the world, but he's got a switch. And when that switch is flipped, just get the hell out the way.
Understood.
Is that a fair statement?
220%.
All right, now across the ring, we had some people that the Jag has never seen before. Encyclopedia, did you know everybody on this side, or was some of these people new for you as well?
So obviously we know Rocky Romero and Chris Bay.
Of course, you got to know Rocky Romero and Chris Bay.
These are two of the younger lions that were here at the show.
Well, hold on, I believe, and I talked to our New Japan consultant, Mr. OC Steve. Shout out to Steve. I was like, do you know who these people are? He wasn't able to make it to Bar, but he was like, oh my God, these guys were there. So apparently, this was a pretty big deal. Mr. Shota, Umino, and Narita, I believe one of them is Red Shoes' son.
Oh, yeah, it's Narita.
Narita, okay, cool. But you know what else? This is something I learned from OC Steve, is the young lions, of course, they're not able to rock their own gear. You have to wear the black, and it's very nondescript because you're paying your dues.
Yeah, it's also a limited move set, so some of the flashier stuff, if you could do it, you're not allowed to do it. It's out of respect.
Which is interesting because I knew Carl Fredericks was a young lion, and we got to hang out and talk to him a little bit at Bar. He was there. But Mr. I don't know which one it is, I'm sorry, Shooter is what it said on his trunks. Shooter came out, and he had his own gear and his own look. There it is on the screen, hashtag Pete's Picks. So I knew he was not a young lion. I knew he was an established man. I knew he was bringing some heat to the table. So forgive me if you're a New Japan fanatic. I don't know everybody's name, and I'm gonna probably just call him Shooter and the young lion, if that's okay with you guys, because I'm not sure. Please feel free to direct all your hate to @AKA the Jag. But yeah, it was a hell of a match. We know Bay, we know Rocky Romero. He's a Southern California legend.
Absolutely.
He's an Inland Empire's own, of course. This is a SoCal freaking feast. This is a cornucopia of SoCal talent.
Southern, just in the Southwest, because you include Bay. You know, he's in Vegas.
Very true.
Vegas, although not close to the West Coast, is West Coast as far as I'm concerned.
Very true. I mean, they can still listen to Tupac and you know, Dr. Dre in the West Coast. Right, Bay? I hope so.
But yeah, Los Luchas here.
Yep.
And then, we got Young Fuego, and then of course, look at the B-boy.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with that man. And a nicest guy in the world, but you know what? Don't cross him. I'll just put it that way. Like, I mean this 100% sincerity. I feel like B-Boy is one of the realest dudes in the room.
Oh, 100%.
And I'm just saying, game recognized game. Like I said, I was a bouncer for years. If B-Boy was in the club and I had to throw him out, I'd probably ask for a little bit of help before I went to war with this man. Because not only does he look like he can throw a punch, he looks like he can take a punch.
Oh, for sure.
You with me on that one?
100%.
All right, very cool.
I was gonna say that's the one guy that's like, you know, this. I mean, that's why he's the OG.
Yeah, he's the new age Punisher, is what it says 100%. On Instagram, Twitter. So check this out, people. It started off with some really cool tandem wrestling from the Los Luchas. They were going up against Shooter, and it was some fast tags, some in and out, some lucha moves, some rope moves, a lot of cool stuff
in there with him.
Yeah, I got a good video of this too. They had a really cool double team to where he actually, you know, they hit a corner move and then he braced him for amazing. I'm talking too much trash. You're gonna just have to see it.
Yeah, they'll be enjoying that now.
Yeah, right about now. But here's the cool part, people. You can watch it on High Spots as well. So make sure you go to High Spots. There'll probably be a link below to go check out the freaking match. But you know what happened then? After the back and forth, the tandem moves, the lucha moves, I feel like the OGs had to get in the ring.
100%.
I feel like the legends had to get in the ring and go at it. Now, I was expecting some cool stuff to happen in this moment, so I recorded it. I got a little clip thinking there's going to be some crazy flippity-dippity. Oh, hell no. They just started punching each other. Am I right?
It's the best way.
Is that what you're expecting with a little bit of a brawl?
And the best part of this is Rocky sloths his way back over to Bay for that tag. He's like,
sure did.
I've had enough. I can't win. I can't win this ground fight with punches.
Absolutely. And so Mr. Bay comes in the ring and he's ready to do his thing. And it's Chris Bay, who is prolific and gifted. If you haven't seen our Chris Bay interview, you're going to click that link right above my head. And Mr. Adrian Quest, who is also prolific and gifted. And we just did an interview with Young Fuego, and that'll be coming out, I believe, tomorrow, yes? Or did it already come out?
Well, for people watching, it's already coming out, but it's coming out on Tuesday.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. This is the time machine talking. This is Future Jack saying it's already out. So click the link and check out the Adrian Quest interview as well. But these two talented mofos went at it in the middle of the ring, and there was a lot of action, a lot of back and forth, and it was almost too much for Mr. Nick Banana to contain. Would you say?
Absolutely. But what I also want to do with this is break down what they talked about in class. So they talked about how does this interaction go with a wrestler and doing a double team, being a manager, or pulling off that. And we actually see this exactly happen here.
This is like textbook ref distraction. Yeah.
100%, but that's exactly it. You know, Phoenix or Zokre ends up pulling Nick over out of the way. He's asking him about something over here, and guess what? Everybody's putting the boots.
Yeah.
Everybody's putting the boots to Bay. Why? Because nobody's paying attention.
Stomping the crap out of Bay. You know what? You kind of deserved it in this one. You go up against the legends, you know, you shoot for the king, you better not miss, is what they say.
That's what Omar said.
Yeah, that's what he said. So, I mean, okay, after the distraction is over and Nick Banano's able to get back and focus on what's happening in the ring, of course, B-Boy's in there doing his thing. There's a couple of quick tags, some in and out.
He's putting it on Bay as well.
And Bay finds himself in no man's land, right?
Of course. This is the worst situation. The ring is strategically cut off. He is in the wrong end of town.
Yes.
And I don't know if you've ever ended up on the wrong side of town, but that usually never ends up very well. And it turned into a little bit of a mugging for Bay.
Now, I mean, sometimes there's certain people in this world, like B-Boy, that have a pass and can go to pretty much any part of town. Bay survived in this part of town. He's prolific and gifted.
Understood.
But you know what? He paid the price for this trip on this side of the ring. But he did fight back. He fought back pretty damn well, and he actually hit a hell of a freaking dive that the Jack happened to get on tape. And Bay knew what to do. He and Adrian Quest, he dropped an elbow off the top rope, which was fantastic. And then he hit that big suicide dive over the top with Tope con Hilo, is that what it's called? A somersault kind of move. He was kicking all kinds of butt. So if you're not familiar with Mr. Chris Bay and what he can do, you got to watch this match on High Spots. But you know what? It didn't end there. Because after that, everybody kind of came in the ring, don't you think?
Absolutely. They started brawling, and then so, of course, Bay and the New Japan guys tried to do the same tactic.
Yeah.
Try to throw it off kilter, but that didn't necessarily work for those guys.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And Mr. Nick Banana was not going to get shamed, and he decided, you're not getting away with that today. And then Mr. Adrian Quest got cut off a little bit, and Shooter was slapping the taste out of his mouth. Rocky Romero, who knows him for a long time, slapping the taste out of Quest's mouth.
Look at that. Look at the pain on Adrian's face.
Quest is paying the price for being on the wrong side of the ring there today. But you know what? You can't keep a good man down. And Quest started to fight back, of course. And then B-Boy, he's just killing everybody right here. He's got Shooter in a freaking face lock and I don't know what's called, reverse face lock?
Yeah, and a reverse DDT on Rocky.
Sure. Oh, Bay tried to interfere.
And then Bay, he ended up kicking Bay, and Bay got a DDT for his efforts.
Yeah, that was awesome. You can't, this man, Mr. freaking B-Boy, he cannot be trifled with. And then, of course, there was some submissions going on in the ring.
Yeah, and it's a typical Rocky match where there's a little shenanery, the silliness. But yeah, everybody ends up getting in a different kind of submission.
Yeah.
So Rocky's got Zokre in that ankle lock.
Yeah.
He is wrenching it like nobody.
He is. He's putting the pain on him like a Kurt Angle.
Look at Rocky's face. He's deriving pleasure.
He's having way too much fun putting
by twisting that man's ankle.
Oh, for sure. Look at him. He's just loving it. Rocky, you are the man. You are prolific and gifted, and if we ever get the chance to interview you, 100%. We definitely will.
And Zokre selling like $1 million, and Banana also reaching for the sky. So again, they ask us to be bigger, act louder, larger. Yep. This is exactly what they're talking about, guys, where that, Rocky's into it, Zokre's selling, and then Nick Banana's just like, come on, somebody, give up.
Yeah, this is awesome. And of course, nobody gave up.
Nobody gave up, but look at that. Adrian Quest gave him a receipt.
Yes, he did. You made me hurt earlier. It's time to hurt you back. And then we got the tandem moves, some double team moves, and some flying from Los Luchas, which, of course, these guys are SoCal legends. They're one of the originators.
And then that Tope con Hilo right there.
Awesome. Oh. Kicking all kinds of butt. Now, here's the interesting part. Is that the end?
No.
Okay.
Got a couple more.
Look
at that dive from Rocky.
Rocky's going to dive, too. Everybody's flying in this one. I mean, it was amazing. So, here's the elbow I talked about earlier. The elbow off the top rope to Adrian Quest, followed by the Bay doing his own tope con hilo. And you can see right here in hashtag Pizza Picks, he is taking flight and kicking all kinds of butt. So if you missed it, it is not too late. You take your butt to High Spots, you pay your $9.99. You know, I don't even tell you that because you're already a member. You're already a member of High Spots because you know what good wrestling is. Just like you can see Chris Bay's face in Pizza Picks, he knows what the hell it takes to be a star in this business.
Look at that spear.
Yeah.
Great match at the end. So you got B-Boy putting him away.
Yep.
He's going to put Rocky Romero away.
The legends. Trying to. Yeah, this is a great match. I believe Adrian Quest ended up getting the pin, correct?
He did.
Yes. So of course, Young Fuego.
So and this is that sequence here that we're talking about. So he rolls through, he hits Bay with a Canadian Destroyer.
Nice.
Like that.
Wow.
Bam.
Yep.
And that's it. That's 3.
That's gotta be it. Yeah. 1, 2, and 3. Fantastic. And you know what the best part about this is the respect that was shown at the end of the match, because we got legends on either side of the ring. We got young, up and coming talent on either side of the ring. It was nice to see the love and the respect shown to everyone. You can see in one of these pics, I know the encyclopedia got it, all 8 men in the ring, arms linked, celebrating, feeling good about a nice show that they put on. And you know what? You should be proud because that was a hell of a freaking match.
Oh, 100%. This was the icing on top of an already great cake.
Oh, yeah.
6 out of 6 matches. I mean, I leaned over to you when this was starting. I was like, I can't believe this is the main event. I can't believe Bar went this fast.
Yeah.
This is one of those really, really solid shows. When you see these 8 guys in the ring, you're looking at probably at least 100, if not 150 years of experience.
Oh, for sure.
In the ring, just between some of these people, especially a couple of guys having 20 plus years already.
Yep.
It's just phenomenal. This is one of those great things where everybody in this match got to sit under the learning tree.
Absolutely.
And really, really learn how to put on an A performance.
Now I'm going to say this because the crowd was definitely into the match. They were into the whole night. But the interesting part about this is I think the crowd started to quiet down a little bit because they recognized that they were in awe. They were in the presence of greatness because there were things happening in this match that don't typically happen. There are things happening in this match. There's a lot of fast and furious in and out, lots of tags. You got 8 dudes in the ring, okay? Anytime you got 8 dudes in the ring and it's not a battle royal, it's going to be a little chaotic.
It's going to be hard to call.
Oh, for sure. But people were watching it like with keen interest because it was seriously, it was something that it's hard to kind of put into words. I know we say that a lot about Bar, but just like, wow, this is amazing. This is a whole lot of talent putting on a hell of a show. And if you haven't seen it, yeah, your ass should have been there, but you can go to High Spots and you can watch it right now, which you should do. Yeah, I mean right now.
After you're done with this.
Yes, of course. Right after you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell so you get notified of any new videos coming up. And make sure that you follow us at MakeMeAFan316 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and PDM.
Yes, sir.
What's tomorrow?
So I think we're going to maybe have you introduce kind of this new concept.
Oh, snap. You guys aren't ready for this. You know what? I'm going to leave it like that. There's going to be a surprise tomorrow. You should bring your butts back here at 9 a.m. so we can tell you about a little thing that the Jag calls wrestling roulette. So tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., come back to learn what wrestling roulette is. The encyclopedia will educate you. The Jag will do his best to entertain you. And hopefully you will walk away better than you were when you came. Is that fair?
Love it.
All right. See you tomorrow.